Hello, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another dueling video. I have finished the event, but I am not yet free from it. Do you want to know why? Well, I will tell you. Give me a second. This is really quite dumb. I got the title, but I haven't dueled Jim 60 times. So, I am not yet free from this. I'm not free from the event. However, there is another implication of what I was saying when I gave this video the title that I gave it. And you may be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, I'm not going to tell you right now because there's just no reason to do that. But I assume that you might have some idea of what I'm talking about. I mean, just based off the last video. Anyway, again, I don't really want to say too much about this. But I swear, if any fireworks show up in this video, I'm going to flip my shit. I heard fireworks earlier and I'm just like, really? Yeah, I heard fireworks, guys. I heard them. I also heard them, yes, wait, hold on. It's actually past midnight, so it's technically July 4th. But I heard them on July 2nd, too. At least I think I did. And now, if we're going to be completely honest here, I think that I'm not... I mean, I'm recording a YouTube video, so I feel a bit awkward because I feel like someone's trying to talk to me. And I'm completely confident this is the case, by the way. But I also want to record. And I don't think that a conversation is necessarily appropriate to be uploaded to YouTube. I don't think there would be anything wrong with it, but it's definitely not related to the content that I am recording right now. But same feels to an extent. Because I really... Okay, so I've dueled Jim 56 times. I've lost 4 of those times. Yes, I've somehow kept track. I don't know how I've managed to keep track, but I mean, I guess I was successful at doing that. So I need to duel Jim 4 more times. It doesn't really matter if I win or lose. I could technically duel him at a lower level, but why? I've already proven that I don't have to. I mean, I kick his ass at level 40, I kick his ass at level 50, so why not? Okay, the Vagabond is right there, but I'm not going to duel him. And now, if I was like every other player in this game, I probably would, because Yugi's deck it's everywhere. And now, it's not as everywhere as Kaiba's deck, but it's still everywhere. Everywhere enough. And also, Red Eyes is also everywhere enough, to be honest. Yeah, that's right. I am calling Joey out because Atticus isn't in the game, so I can call him out. But, you know, he might be in the game one day. Maybe. I kind of want him in the game just for the fans that want him in the game. I don't really care if Atticus is ever added, but I think for the fans of Atticus, he should be added to the game. If I was not recording right now, I would definitely be up for actually responding. But, you know, that's just not I try not to be too distracted when I record these. Yes, I try not to be too distracted. I'm sure people believe what I'm saying. Well, guys, I have gone through some shit. I cannot tell you what kind of shit, by the way. Because right now I am trying not to be too distracted. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't really think I'm very successful when I try, but you know, an effort is still an effort, even if it's a failed effort. Oh my god. I take effort very seriously, even if someone fails. And you may be wondering why. Well, I cannot tell you that because I have my limits. You may think I don't, but I absolutely do. So I cannot elaborate further. And now I can elaborate in a way that is far less serious, but I mean, I didn't take effort seriously. No attempted effort did I take seriously before one moment in time. And that changed everything. Yugi, you don't need that card in this. Why did you... Okay, fine. I shouldn't criticize you, but I mean, I just did. Because you're using gadgets in your deck, you don't have to use Monster Reborn even though you're dueling yourself. Come on, dude. Okay, well, he won. I'm glad he won against himself, because if he didn't, that would be unfortunate. Alright. It's July 4th here, in my time zone. Do you know what I think about that? I absolutely do not give a shit. Yes, I don't give a shit. Except for the fireworks, I don't really... I mean, they look pretty and all that, but they're so loud. And I wouldn't have much of an issue with how loud they are, except it's become easier to wake me up for some reason. And now fireworks haven't woken me up, so there's no issue there, but I mean, I can only imagine the kind of pain that some people have to deal with whenever the sound of fireworks goes off. And I'm not going to elaborate further on that either, because I need to control my filter. I know that I shouldn't talk about this, so I won't. But I absolutely have no control over my filter unless I try very, very hard not to go too far. But I would like to remind everyone that if you push a serious topic under the rug, eventually there will be a breaking point. So keep that in mind whenever some serious topic is censored, because censoring anything is a recipe for disaster. I know. I have struggled with that myself, and you may be wondering how the hell someone like me can have any experience with that. Well, it has to do with who I'm living with, guys. It has to do with that. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, and it sucks. Okay, why do you have to come out? You are claiming you're going to get rid of me, but I am sick of you coming out here, dude. Take the L and beat it. He won't listen to me. You know, this game is saying that I have to defeat 6 legendary duelists. Primo has been 3 of them. This is like the 3rd time, maybe the 4th even, if my memory is seriously that bad. But I'm trying not to say that my memory is bad, because that's not necessarily as true as I think it is. Now, I do want to say that it is very terrible and awful, but I don't think I don't think a doctor would take me seriously. I think I remember enough for a doctor to just be like, your memory's fine, you've got no issues. So, I don't think it's that bad, but I do tend to have issues when it comes to, well, I have issues when it comes to certain things that I have to remember. Do I have to remember this? Well, I better write it down because I probably will not remember otherwise. Okay, well, you may want to know why I decided to just duel this guy. It's because I'm tired of dueling him. Did you not get the hint, Primo? You're part of Aporia. Get the hint that I'm sick of this. He won't take the hint, by the way. Aporia won't either. He showed up too, so he's just as bad. But Primo is like, he's everywhere. He's like half of the entire stage mission. Alright, sure. Maybe even 2/3 of it at this point. I don't know what he's on, but it must be... guys, what is the Android version of drugs? I don't know, but whenever I figure that out, I'm making jokes about it. Okay, this is ridiculous. I need another monster, please. Or, you know, Monster Reborn. That would help a lot. It would also help if I could build Jack Atlas's deck, because there's a Turbo Duel tournament coming up in this game. And I don't exactly want to play Yusei the entire time. But Yusei is the only character that really stands much of a chance. He's the only character I'd bother building a deck for when it comes to this world. And I'm not going to leave it at that. Actually, wait a minute. I could try dueling as Kaylin. I'm not sure if that's a good idea though. I'd probably lose. My loss rate would probably just increase because of that decision. Alright, you know, I'm wondering about my win-loss ratio. Has it gone up? Have my losses ratio gone up? I would like to know for research. I would like to say that I meant that seriously, but I absolutely don't. I do not. Alright, Primo, you've been defeated, and this is supposedly... what? Yeah, seriously, you're nothing to me, Primo. I just kicked your ass. Okay. Actually, how long is this video? Okay, it's not that long, I'm fine. Stop calling me a worm, you just got your ass kicked. Anyway, I wonder if Primo knows how quickly machines are replaced. I mean, it's pretty quickly, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure he wouldn't appreciate me bringing that up, but I don't appreciate him half the time he exists. So let's just remember that. Let's also remember that, well, he's actually the one of the he's one of the main what would I call them? He's the part of Aporia that I can tolerate the most. I don't really like Jacob much, and I also don't really care about Lester. Because, to me, those two just aren't as memorable. And now, I do admit that it might be a bit mean to say that, but do you really think I care? I really just don't. Alright, so who wants to be run over by trains? I'm playing a card game, YouTube. I'm not actually going to run over anyone. I'm playing a card game. Please don't destroy me. Okay. Auto duel because this really isn't going to last long anyway. And now if I was in ranked, that might be a different story, but I'm not getting to that yet. I will have to though eventually. Because I was using ranked to complete the event just so I would duel Jim on level 50 on repeat. This is actually me farming so I can duel him at the gate as many times as possible. Again, I can duel him at level 40, so I see no reason why I shouldn't. I'm probably just going to reduce the amount of currency I'm using when I do it. So, I think it costs how much? Well, let's see, it's 120. Okay, so it's 40 event currency if I want to duel him at that level. I usually have it multiplied by 3, so it's less of a grind, but I already have the event title. I can even prove it, but I don't know if anyone can read it. Yeah, I'm not even sure if anyone can read the event, but it's there in my profile and I can read it. I'm actually surprised I can. Alright, PvP duels, victories. The ratio is still about the same, to be completely honest. I have... Oh, interesting. I dueled more legendary duelists than standard duelists. Okay, so is that every world so far? Yeah, I think just GX. I'm not sure if there's legendary duelist in this world because I just kicked the... okay, never mind. I'm not dueling you, but I have no idea... Wait. Were you added before Zane? That would be weird. Like, I know Blair got over her crush on Zane after her duel against Jaden, but where did her crush come from? When did she have time to establish this interest in Zane? I want to know, and I don't think the series went into that. I guess the game just decided there was no point. To be fair, since the crush just went away, why not just ignore it? But I'm still very interested in how exactly this happened. Like, was she around when Zane got onto Cyrus for that one misplay? Is that when that was established? I mean, maybe. I'm not getting any official information on this. Unless my memory is just, well, I wasn't paying attention to the explanation. They might have explained this, but if they did, I definitely missed that. I don't think they had any reason to actually include this information, considering her crush went away and became irrelevant, but, you know, that's beside the point. I'm looking for the Vagabond so I can duel him. I don't know if I'll win, but, you know, I can try. No. I'm not trying. I'll just auto-duel this. I don't want to try to duel him because this deck is irritating. I can just tell. Silvio's cards show up and I'm just like... I'm salty, but also I feel like Silvio should have gotten more wins. I just feel that way every time I see his cards. It's a weird kind of salt, to be honest. But it is it's legit. I actually feel that way. Are you kidding me? Alright. Dude, what? Alright, fine. This is bad. Dude, I can't do anything. I can't do shit because his monsters return to his hand at the end of his battle phase. Which, to be fair, is probably the point. I hate the point. I want this deck to just stop existing, but part of that is just, I still feel like Silvio should have gotten more than he did. Which is interesting, because I didn't have this opinion when I was watching Arc 5. I was too busy, not liking Arc 5 when I was... You know, I didn't actually like Silvio at first, but for some reason now I kind of do. And I think his dub voice is the most appropriate dub voice I've ever heard in my entire life. Alright, your last duel of the video. I want to know if I win this. Because if I don't, that means you get your 5th win. Now, I've definitely gotten a lot of wins against him, but let's just be honest, he's not that difficult to defeat. Then again, I'm playing as Zane, so maybe that's not a fair comparison. You know, while uploading this video, I'm just like, in retrospect, I kind of feel bad for roasting him for something. I roasted him for something and I don't even remember what it was. What the hell? Okay, fine. Well, it had something to do with him losing. And then the last episode came out and I'm just like, oh. And maybe that wasn't something I should do. Maybe that wasn't funny. To be fair, a lot of my jokes probably aren't funny, but I like to pretend they are, and they end up on YouTube because they're funny to me. And now some jokes I'm just like, maybe that's a bit much for YouTube, so no. Alright, you dealt burn damage to me. That's interesting, but I'm not really getting far, to be completely honest with you. You could try to win, but let's see if you do. Dude, after what I just said, I have no credibility at all. But I am playing as Zane, and this Zane doesn't respect anything but victory. So, I mean, kind of rude, kind of mean, but Zane would absolutely be like this. Now, at the time that Jim was introduced into this series, Zane was sort of back to normal. I don't know how that works exactly, but I guess it was after... it was established that Cyrus snapped him out of it. I don't know how. But, alright, fine. Anyway, let me look at how many more times I have to duel him. 3 more times, so that's just 1 time. Okay. Well, in the next video, I hope I can finish off that mission. I just hope it doesn't take very long. Anyway, guys, again, that's going to wrap things up for this video. I will come back in the next one to finish this event officially, because I haven't finished it yet. Not until I've beaten Jim 60 times. I mean, until I've played against Jim 60 times.